2025 is off and running, and so are the hot cards of the week. What's up, YouTube, and welcome in to the Hollywood Rip studio for Hot in the Hobby. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Hollywood. That's Joe Nasty to my right. And we have a giveaway to take care of today, so that's exciting. One of you is winning a 2018 Topps Shohei Ohtani Rookie card today. But without any further ado, here are this week's Hot Cards of the Week, presented by no one but us, because we have no sponsors.
You could change that.
Yeah, you could change that. Hot card number one is Victor Wembanyama. Really, all of his cards. And what position does he play? He kind of plays everywhere for the Spurs.
Basketball.
Yeah, basketball for the San Antonio Spurs. We're going to specifically look at his 2023 Topps Chrome Base Rookie in a PSA 9 specifically, and his 2023 Select Concourse Retail in a PSA 10, that blue retail. Interesting that the retail was blue last year. I wasn't a fan of it. But they are up 93.8% and 36.3% respectively to $26 and $41. Wemby 2024, 26 points a game, 10.3 rebounds, 3.9 assists, 3.9 blocks, 4 blocks, 48.7% shooting and 36% from downtown. He's also shooting over 87% from the free throw line. But in December, who did he have a big December? He averaged 28.5 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 4.5 blocks on 49% shooting and 38% from downtown. Oh, by the way, he shot 89% from the free throw line. Saw a crazy stat, some crazy stats that came in, and it was a graphic from, I need to pull it up on my phone.
Yeah.
I want to give credit where it's due. It was
I saw a lot of different ones.
It was Enjoy B-Ball and the Spurs posted this on Instagram. But Victor Wembanyama, through 100 career games, has more three-pointers made at 225 than Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. And it's by a mile. 225 for Wemby. Klay is at 204. Curry's at 200.
Yeah, Curry had those light bulb angles early on.
Yeah. That's three-pointers made. Blocks. Wemby has 366 blocks in his first 100 games.
Right.
That's more than Shaq, 349. Alonzo Mourning, 341. Dikembe Mutombo, 309. Hakeem the Dream, Olajuwon, 268, and Tim Duncan at 247. Wemby has more blocks than all of that.
Interesting.
Points scored. 2,273 in his first 100 games. That's better than Allen Iverson, 2,258. LeBron James, 2,181.
The all-time leader.
Yep. Tim Duncan, 2,105. Kevin Durant, 2,060. And Dwayne Wade, 1,914. So he's outscored all of them. Rebounds, 1,053 rebounds. That is more than, I don't know, it's funny that Andre Drummond is like second on this list.
You forget, Drummond was putting up like 2020 games, pretty consistently there.
It's true. 964. Anthony Davis, 899, along with Karl Malone, 899. Chuck Barkley, 864, and KG, Kevin Garnett, at 677. So more rebounds, more points, more three-pointers made, more blocks. I mean, San Antonio is 18-17. They're in the play-in bracket right now. But there's been a lot of talk of trades, possibly. There was talk of a De'Aaron Fox trade. Now we have all this Jimmy Butler nonsense.
Yeah.
Who knows where he ends up? Wemby was on our Invest segment a few weeks ago, too, I want to say. Surprised he's going to be there again, I'm pretty sure. Because the talent is way, way too big. Again, I think the Wemby correction, the first major Wemby correction happened. And it didn't happen in the super high-end stuff, but it happened in this kind of lower echelon, let's say under $1,000. It happened in that echelon. The PSA 10 silvers, the the ices, it's these types of cards where the correction has happened, where there is actually value. Just 100 games in, and we've seen massive improvement in just 100 games from Wemby. This guy is, this guy, talk about the triple-double being sexy, right? This dude, I guarantee you, will be quadruple doubling at some point.
You don't think he's going to average that?
No. Okay. But we will see quadruple doubles from Wemby. I really think we will.
He's got the potential. I mean, look, he's very good, and he's a freak.
Yeah.
And so there's only so many ways to talk about how amazing he is. Like I said, his floor is being the best defensive player in the league, and he's putting in those threes, which to me is probably the most remarkable of the graphics he's on there.
Yeah.
I saw all those graphics this week. I knew he'd be sitting here. Once I saw, I was like, oh boy. Ready the battleships. So I'm just going to quickly turn this towards the potential trades that you talked about, because it's interesting. Because we're just talking about a couple different curmudgeons here. I think the better fit for Wembanyama right now is probably Jimmy Butler, because he needs a wing guy, and they have Chris Paul. But Jimmy Butler, at the moment, is probably a little bit too toxic to bring in and maybe stunt the development of Wembanyama. Which also you bring into De'Aaron Fox. He's grumpy, but he has a chance to play with Victor. Things maybe change, and then there's your natural replacement for Chris Paul, who's going to get hurt probably next week.
Yeah.
So that would be really, really... Because at what point... It's only year 2. But, like, the thing to keep an eye on is, at what point does San Antonio say, go time? Like, now we build it. He's no longer developing. He'll be developing for several more years, but at what point do we compete with this guy? So if they make a move like that, to me that's a really interesting sign, especially where they see him in his development. That's mostly what I'm getting at.
Yeah, so they feel like he's ready to make the playoff push.
He's ready for a Robin, if you will.
Right. And I'm telling you though, if Wemby does make the playoffs, these cards are going to skyrocket.
Oh, for sure.
They will.
Because he'll put up like a triple-double in his first game.
Yeah,
quadruple.
I mean, and it sounds crazy, but like Wemby's talent puts Luka's, even someone like Luka, it put the talent is on another level. Yeah. Like they're not equal. Like Wemby's talent is here. Like Luka, and all these guys that are unbelievable players, and you could argue are like generational talents, right? Wemby is above that.
Well, it comes down to, have we seen it before? And that's sort of where we are with the NBA right now.
Right.
Like, we see a highlight of a dunk, and, like, we are cynical, and we're like, we've seen that before.
Yeah, we've seen what Ant's doing before. We've seen what
Luke
is doing
hyper-athletic wing. We've seen the ball-handling wizard who's maybe not the most athletic guy. Like, we have seen that. We haven't seen the 7-footer who plays like a 2-guard.
Yeah, exactly. Which is still why...
With the defensive prowess, because that is actually Kevin Durant to a T.
Yeah.
But the defensive prowess is the difference.
Right. I mean, he's very well could be the greatest defender ever when it's all said and done. Who knows?
Could be.
Who knows? But let's move to hot card number 2 for the week, and that's
his body doesn't shatter.
Yeah, and that's Josh Allen. So far, so good. Josh Allen, of course, the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. His 2018 Prism-based rookie card in the PSA 10 is up 26% to $350. Over the past week, this was a $278 card just 1 week ago. Josh Allen's 2024 has looked like this. These numbers will not be updated for the games that are being played this weekend, by the way. 3,731 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions for a quarterback rating of 101.4. He has rushed the ball 102 times, gained 531 yards, and has a ludicrous 12 touchdowns, like all in the red zone for the most part.
Yeah.
Buffalo's 13-3 as of right now and has locked up the East. They locked up the East long ago. Man, the East was bad this year.
Wasn't it?
If it started today, Buffalo would be the 2 seed. I actually really like that the NFL does playoff reseeding. I think it's great, and I think the MLB really needs it.
Retweet.
Retweet. Like, really needs it, because it's just going to happen again. The Dodgers are probably going to win the West, and then the Padres and the Diamondbacks will have 100 wins also.
Same thing in 2021 with the 100-win Dodgers and Giants.
Exactly. The World Series this year was the Dodgers and the Padres in the first round.
Only we would turn a Josh Allen conversation into MLB playoff talk.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Josh Allen's the MVP, though.
Really?
I think Lamar was better. Lamar had more pass yards, way more passing touchdowns.
Yes.
And way more rushing yards.
Not surprising, but yes.
If Minnesota wins tonight, they play the Lions tonight, I could argue that Sam Darnold should be the MVP over Josh Allen as well. But that's a separate debate. Josh Allen's a great quarterback.
Yes.
But again, it comes down to can you beat Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City in January?
So far, no.
And that's it. And look out if Joe Burrow and the Bengals get in with a Denver loss and a Miami loss, although I don't think it's going to happen. I really think that, how can I put this? Knowing that you could allow Joe Burrow into the playoffs, I do not want Joe Burrow in the playoffs. And so I would do everything in my power to make sure that doesn't happen. So I don't think it's going to happen. I really, really don't. Although I still think Baltimore has been the best team in the NFL for the past 6 weeks, honestly.
Yeah.
They're unstoppable on offense. But I think, look, if the Bengals get in, great. If not, whatever. But the AFC, to me, is just way too stacked.
It's insane.
With Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen and
Herbert
Herbert and then throw maybe throw Joe Burrow into that playoffs. I'm sorry, but pass. Too many horses in the AFC race for me to be risking buying Josh Allen cards right now. And Josh Allen has the least weapons of any of those quarterbacks. And he'll have to go, and he will at some point have to go on the road, presumably, if the Chiefs were to lose. If the Chiefs win, right? He will not play the AFC Championship at home. And so for that reason, I'm out on Josh Allen.
Look, I'm right there with you. I had the same thought as you were going through all those minutia. I want Burrow to get in.
I do too.
Can you imagine?
It would be the craziest playoffs.
Could you imagine an AFC? Well, we said it. So it's Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Herbert, who has fewer weapons than even Josh Allen.
Yeah, Burrow.
And then Burrow. And then I don't even know who's the sixth.
It would be crazy. It would be crazy. Steelers.
Whatever. But like that is the QB class right now, and it would be all in one bracket.
Yeah,
that'd be
crazy.
That'd be remarkable. But I'm right there with you. And by the way, Joe Burrow probably is the MVP.
Yes,
but won't win because they may not even make the playoffs.
Right.
Josh Allen's going to put up video game numbers for the rest of his career, and the highlights are going to look remarkable because of that big body, because of that rocket arm, and because of the numbers. But it's all going to boil down to, can you accomplish anything more than just 2 really exciting minutes of a loss in Kansas City like 3 years ago? Because that is his crowning achievement at the moment. It's not personal accolades, because you said it. One, Josh Allen is not playing this final week on a Sunday, so we don't even need to update those numbers. Those are his numbers.
Right.
And when we first talked about Josh and he got engaged, which again, congratulations. Beautiful couple, truly. I would have said, hands down, lead pipe lock, that's your MVP, Josh Allen. But Lamar's numbers,
crazy.
Like, what stat do you need? Lamar Jackson has better numbers.
Insane. It's not close. It's really not close.
The only difference is the Bills have more wins, which after today may not even be the case because Mitchell Trubisky is not really doing much.
Right.
Sorry, after this week. So, if he's not a lead pipe lock for the MVP, in theory, he's probably the third.
Look at that.
I know, Lamar's crazy.
4,100 yards and 41-4 touchdown to interception ratio, and he has like almost 1,000 yards rushing.
So I say get in on Josh Allen right now, if you think there's a chance. If you think this is finally the moment, but there's been nothing to prove otherwise up until this point, other than he plays really well, and they went on that crazy hot streak in the middle of the season to get. They're at a point now where it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
For Josh Allen, will he overcome Lamar? Will he overcome Mahomes? and he'll probably be able to shred through that Cincinnati defense.
Yeah.
But that would be a really awesome.
But they'll shred through him too.
Yeah, that'd be a really awesome 57-52 ball game.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's move to a hot card number 3 for the week. Excuse me. It's another quarterback. It's Jayden Daniels.
This one's really interesting.
Jayden Daniels, of course, the Washington Commanders rookie signal caller. His 2024, we're going to use a score treat green bats card, just like a Halloween set, and a PSA 10. A lot of them are up, but this one's up 22.7% over the past week to $42 per card. This was a $34, $35 card a week ago. Jayden Daniels, and now keep in mind, I don't know if he's playing today, but so these stats are not going to be updated. But 3,530 yards, 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions on 69% completions. Crazy, 101.2%. Quarterback rating, he's also run the ball 144 times for 864 yards and 6 touchdowns. So he's also a running back. However, 7 of his 9 interceptions have come in the past 6 weeks. They've still won 4 of those 6 games, but in the playoffs, you cannot turn the ball over.
Truly.
And I am always very leery of rookies in the playoffs. Why? Because they usually try to do too much. Look at C.J. Stroud last year. It's kind of, to me, seeing Jayden Daniels, what Jayden Daniels is doing is like seeing what C.J. Stroud kind of did last year. I never, ever, ever, ever put money on a rookie quarterback in the playoffs. For that reason. And the fact that the Jayden market is already so ludicrously hot and expensive already, I am so way out on Jayden Daniels right now. I don't know if there's a single player in any sport that I'm more out on right now than Jayden Daniels.
Wow.
And it's not because of what he's done. He has been the best rookie quarterback in a long time. I think he's been fantastic. They ain't winning. The Commanders ain't winning the Super Bowl, and if they do,
wow.
And if they do, then come back to this episode and roast me for it for the rest of time.
That wouldn't even be a roast. It'd be like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, like whatever. The Commanders aren't going to win it, and these cards will come down in price eventually, right? I'm not buying it. I'm not putting money on a rookie quarterback. I'm just not going to do it. No matter how impressive it is, Jayden Daniels has been really impressive. And even though he's turned the ball over a lot the past 4, 5, 6 weeks, they're still winning the majority of those ball games.
They are.
But
they're
again,
11-5, yeah.
But again, that being said, rookie quarterback, he's going to have to be on the road in the playoffs because they ain't winning the division. That belongs to the Eagles, of course. Mm-hmm. I just can't see Jayden Daniels getting through the Eagles and then having to get through either the Lions or the Vikings.
I don't see him getting through the Rams.
The Rams is tough too. I don't see it happening.
Or the Packers. They're the worst team of the NFC playoff teams. No, well, the NFC South team.
Yeah, for sure.
He's having a really great year.
Unbelievable.
And to your point, this is the best rookie season we've seen, since last year with C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, exactly.
And really quickly, wow, C.J. Stroud needs to refigure out. I think he's very good, but he needs to stop doing podcasts. He needs to stop doing charity softball games and NBA All-Star celebrity games.
Focus on the craft a little more.
Well, it's weird. We saw him everywhere, and then this sophomore slump has been remarkable. But with Jayden Daniels, yeah, maybe he's trying to get figured out a bit. And as I was watching that game last Sunday night against the Atlanta Falcons, pinpoint accuracy, really good, but I think the RG3 comparisons may come in this form. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that they straight up just designed QB runs for him as the number one option a lot of times. Not only that, there's an art to being a running QB, a la, Lamar Jackson, and then protecting yourself. And he's going right shoulder first. He's not sliding. And with that slight frame, I'm a bit of a nervous Nelly watching him.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? They have Brian Robinson. They have him. As you look at B-Row.
Jayden Daniels has the most rushing yards of anyone on that team. And he's taking the hits.
To your point, is he playing on this final Saturday? Yes. And he's not playing very well. At the moment at halftime, he's 6-12, for a hot 38 yards. So my first thought was maybe, I don't know, maybe they're just turning around and handing the ball off a lot. No, he's the leading rusher for this game at halftime with 4 carries and 27 yards. Mm-hmm. So he's still taking hits, and I don't know what the heck Washington's doing because they're putting this guy right there in harm's way against a Dallas team that I'm sure gives no Fs about their playoff future. I think he's got a really good feel for the game. I think he's a beautiful athlete. I love watching him run. But for the sake of the game and for his future, and this is a kid, I think, from San Bernardino. Excuse you. I think they got to figure out a better way. Like, their success is being predicated off him running. But their success is going to come crumbling down if this doesn't get figured out. Like,
right, but it's like Lamar Jackson. He runs a lot too, but
he knows what to do. Like, Lamar will get out of bounds. Lamar knows how to slide. Lamar is also Lamarvelous and oftentimes avoids hits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, Lamar's also just longer track record proven, right?
Jayden Daniels is still this kid who's a rookie whose body isn't used to the NFL quite yet.
Yeah.
And
yeah, so
you're not see what happens on that field.
Yeah, you're not buying Jayden either. I get it.
Not at this moment.
Yeah, no, neither am I. But let's move to hot card number 4. This one's going to be a quick one because we talked about this maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley, of course, the running back for the Philadelphia Eagles. His 2018 Donruss rated rookie card in the PSA 10 is up 48.6% over the past week. It's now $120 for this bad boy. Of course, it's because he is closing in on Eric Dickerson's rushing record. I think he's 100 yards. He needed 100 yards to tie Dickerson, 101 to break it. 2,005 yards so far this year, 13 touchdowns. But I don't understand why this card is hot because his head coach, Nick Sirianni, literally said, and this was like days ago. This was like maybe even the day after they played their game last week.
It's been well known for a while.
Saquon, he said that we're going to rest some guys and that Saquon's probably going to be one of those guys. Saquon is not playing.
Nope.
So he will not break the rushing record. So why are we buying this? I get it. I get that he's the best running back in the NFL, right? Mm-hmm. But 50% in a week when you know he's not going to break the record or play, and unless the Eagles win a Super Bowl, that card's going to go right back down 100% in value for the most part to probably $60, $50, $60 where it was at the beginning of the offseason. Pass. Hard pass. Hard pass from me.
Definitely. I mean, I'm glad honestly, I'm glad he's not playing today because we talked about it before. Like, it just would really suck for him to break the record in the extra game.
Yeah.
He came close. He had a great year. I think he's like, the 9th running back ever to eclipse 2,000 yards. Big deal. But, yeah. This was not the time to get in on the Saquon train.
Pass.
Eagles could win, though. That's a hell of a roster.
Yeah, it is. Now, we've arrived at our Shohei Ohtani 2018 Topps Rookie Card giveaway.
Ooh.
We are going to give this card away right now. I'm just going to check. It's like a $42 card right now, I want to say. It was up like 30% over the past month. I'm just going to pull up the comment section really quick. It looks like we have 65 comments. So we'll sort by newest first, and then it'll just be 1 through 65. So, oh, I need to hide this so you can't see anything. He cannot see anything.
Like I know who they are.
Let's just pick. Why don't you just pick a number, a random number between 1 and 65, and whoever's comment is that number, you are getting this. And that's how we're going to do it. 1 and 65, go.
All right, 1 through 65. Thinking of fun numbers. For whatever reason, I'm thinking about like Stevie Young. I don't know. A lot of BYU talk recently. So I'm going to go with number 8.
Number 8. Let's see who number 8 is, shall we? So that means we got to scroll all the way to the bottom of the comments because that's going to be one of the earlier ones.
It's not at the top?
No, I go from the bottom, like the first comment to the 65th comment.
Gotcha.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Who is it? Who's the lucky gent or lady?
At Expo 123876.
Sounds like a bot.
You are the winner. Sounds like a bot. You are the winner of this 2018 Topps Shohei Ohtani rookie card.
Congrats.
Oh, that's very sweet. He actually said, "Get well soon."
Oh.
My dream card would be an Allen and Ginter signed Roger Federer card.
That would be pretty cool.
That's funny. I actually know who that is. Congratulations to you,
I know
my
who
friend.
Roger Federer is also.
Congratulations to you. By the way, I always do Hot in the Hobby, and I'm looking at like what cards are hot and whatnot. And I always tell you there's Pokemon on there. Mm-hmm. I'll give you 2 guesses as to who the 2 hottest Pokemon this week were. I'll give you a hint. One was a fire type and one was a ground type.
Chimchar and Diglett.
That is incorrect. The 2 hottest Pokemon cards this week were Ninetales and Groudon.
Ninetales might be the most gorgeous Pokemon.
Very pretty. Even the card, the original holographic card, chef's kiss. Really nice. But that'll be a wrap for us for the first episode of Hot in the Hobby of 2025. Hope you enjoyed today's show, and congratulations to Expo 123876 on winning our first giveaway, this 2018 Topps Shohei Ohtani rookie card. If you can email us at hollywoodrips@gmail.com so we can contact you, that'd be great. We'll also reach out via the comments section shortly. But thanks for stopping by today. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below. And we'll see you tomorrow afternoon for the big daddy of them all. It's the Cardboard Critics coming at you. I'm Mr. Hollywood. That's Joe Nasty, and we bid you farewell. The boys are out.